Welcome to QuickBites, public speaking tips and techniques you can digest in 5 minutes or less. Here's your host, Peter George.
Do you watch any of the home renovation shows? My wife and I do. And it didn't take watching very many shows to realize that there was going to be a surprise, a problem, in every episode. But of course, this makes sense because stories, to be interesting, need challenges or conflicts. The surprise I like most is when the hosts discover there are problems with the house's foundation. At that point, all structural work comes to a screeching halt because everything they do at that point is at risk until the foundation is solid. This situation is a near-perfect metaphor for developing a talk. Your presentation is likely to have problems without first establishing a solid foundation, just like a house built on an unreliable foundation would have. Sooner or later, it develops cracks. Things don't match up, and it doesn't do what it's meant to do. What do you believe is the foundation of a presentation? Exactly, knowing your audience. Without knowing who the audience members are, what they need, and how you can benefit them, how do you expect your message to resonate with them? It won't. Here are the 6 questions I answer before I begin to develop my talks. The first one is, what's the scoop? With SCOOP being an acronym for situation, challenge, occasion, opportunity, or problem. Any audience will usually fit into one or more of these. For instance, if an organization is celebrating its 25th anniversary, it's an occasion. If a sales team is seeing sales dip down below quota, it may be a problem and an opportunity. Perhaps your audiences fit into one of these just about every time, and that's okay. Just be sure to determine if they also fit into others. The second question is, who's in the audience? I want to know who'll be listening to me. This includes, but certainly isn't limited to, demographics, socioeconomics, attitudes, experience, and company departments that'll be represented. When I have this information, I know who I'm speaking with. Number 3, what do they need and want to know? In most presentations, there is information the audience members need to know. This may be determined by the people who asked you to speak or the topic itself. And then there's what people want to know, which isn't exactly the same as what they need to know. Be sure, whenever possible, and it usually is possible, to include both so you can keep your listeners engaged and provide them with a superior experience. The 4th question, how will your audience members benefit from your presentation? Sometimes I think we forget why we're speaking. It's not to demonstrate how great a speaker we are. It's to serve our audiences, whether that's inspiring them, providing information, challenging them, or other benefits. Number 5, how do you want your audience members to feel? Yes, feel. This is extremely important, and the most effective speakers understand this. Do you want your audience to be encouraged, confident, excited, happy, even outraged? Whatever it may be, you need to keep it in mind while you're crafting your presentation, so your words, your body, and even your tone match the spirit of your desired outcome. Here's number 6. Your talks will often conclude with a call to action, what you want your audience members to do or think. Like the other 5 questions, you want to know the answer to this before developing your presentation. Once you've done your research and sufficiently and accurately answered these 6 questions, you'll have built a solid foundation that supports every aspect of your talk, just like a strong and sure foundation supports the house built upon it.
Thank you for devouring another episode of QuickBites. Tune in Monday when you'll hear another episode of Public Speaking with Peter George, and again Thursday for your next episode of QuickBites. Until then, remember, when it comes to speaking in public, you've got this.